This is a Grouse House podcast.
Should I do my ABC newsreader voice?
Please.
Just gotta find it. Hold on.
Where is it?
It's in here. My heart. Bethany Frankel. Was that good? I can't tell.
No,
good.
yeah.
Very
It's the pause before it was so long that it gave me a fright.
Yeah, sorry. Hello and welcome to Throwing Drinks with Jen and Maggie. I'm the Jen half.
I'm the Maggie half.
That's the Maggie half. And we also have producer Tom with us.
Hi.
And if you don't know, this is loosely a recap podcast of Housewives. But you know what else it is? A feeling,
Oh,
a spirit.
what feeling?
I've got like an itchy feeling in the back of my throat at the moment because I'm coming back from a cold.
Is it a feeling like after you do massive, massive shit and that it's just that wonderful sense of calm?
Okay, can I, look, probably too raw at the top of the podcast, but I've asked a few people this and no one's ever had this experience. So I feel like now that we're creating a community and a safe space, I can ask. Have you ever pooped so big, so much that you got cold afterwards?
No, like an immediate change in temperature after.
Like, yeah, you felt chilly afterwards. Like you'd lost a lot of body heat.
No.
No. I mean, I felt sick and I haven't I couldn't put my finger on why I was feeling a bit ill.
After?
No, beforehand.
Yeah.
And it wasn't because I had any other illness. I was just so full.
Yeah.
But I haven't had the shiver, the poo shivs.
Yeah.
I mean, it's something I'm happy to look into. I'll think
Look,
about it next time.
Yeah. Monitor it. I'm just saying, I don't know.
Is this a
I've
common
never
thing for you, Jen? Or just like one
For
time
me?
it happened? Yeah.
It's happened a few times
Right.
where I get a bit cold after.
Right.
Anyway, this is how we get to know each other.
So it's a Housewives podcast, which
It's
is
a Housewives podcast.
Which is fair, and we do talk about Real Housewives of New York, and there has been in the past many characters who have shot themselves. Ramona had diarrhea, fell on the floor at a trip to Mexico. Then Dorinda had diarrhea that stunk out. So, like, if you're like, hey, that's off-brand, it's not. It's not.
Actually, it's really on brand.
I think you're fine. It's really on brand.
Actually, like, if you're a true Housewives fan,
I think
you'll
you know.
understand
Yeah,
that
you'll get
it's
it.
actually quite on brand.
Yeah,
So,
completely on brand. So, fuck you.
yeah. If you're still here, you're a real one. You're a real Housewives fan.
You get it. You get it. Do you know, I know one person who doesn't find poo funny. Poo or
Who?
farts. I'm not naming them. They're in the comedy scene, though. And I love them dearly, so I won't dob them in. But they do not find it funny. They don't
Is
find
your
farts funny. No.
Is it your husband?
No. Oh, God, Tom shakes his head.
No. Ben is the biggest fart.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. He's a big fart king.
Ben is a toot machine.
Yeah.
And he scoots and toots. So he loves his scooter and he loves to toot on the scooter. So
Yeah.
the guy is a fart machine. And it's a family trait as well, which I love. No, well, I don't. But it's something that when we got married, I knew what was happening.
Yeah, you knew what you were signing up for.
Yeah, it's just a toots. They're not big rich ones. They're just like a boop. Like
That's
probably
cute.
every 6 minutes.
Toot on a scoot like that is cute. I didn't mean to be a fucking Dr. Seuss up in here, but
Well, he does toot on a scoot with his flute, which is his vape. So he vapes along on the scooter while tooting. So it's a whole package.
do you think vapes change farts? Like, do they smell like... Because I'm not a vapor, so do they change the smell of your farts?
Not in my experience. No, because I vape. I vape.
Vape
Lock me up. Throw away the key.
Mr. Albanese,
Yeah,
get this woman.
Oh, wow, I'm ruining society. After this, I'm off to go hang out outside a high school with pineapple vapes.
Yeah.
Come here, kids, I'm going to hook you up with nicotine
That
at 14.
lollipop woman's going to find you and beat you to death.
Yeah, so they seem to be really into the pineapple vapes, but no one gives a shit about the UDLs they're sculling over the other side of the school.
Yeah.
But no, don't vape if you're a child and listening. I probably should I'm just gonna pick up on the fluoro in the room. We had some strong feedback from our social media team that our visuals weren't engaging enough, and for someone who wears black most of the time, it was quite a panic. So I found something a little bit brighter. Hopefully, it'll be a little bit nicer for everyone to look at. But I feel like a stuffed tennis ball.
You look great. It's your colour.
You know, one of those tennis balls that's been in the water for a while and it splits. And you can't use it anymore. Give it to the dog. And Tom, if you see Tom, I went to Savers, which is a big charity store here. The only thing fluoro was work gear, which I think he looks quite good in.
I think you look good. I like that you still have the tag on your hat.
Oh, yeah.
On your beanie.
Well, don't take it off.
Don't take it off.
We'll take it back.
We might want to return it.
I'm going to take it back. We don't have a budget for this show. All
Yeah.
right? It's all about returns. But, we've got a few other things that we're going to, bring out in the next couple of weeks for Tom to wear as well, to join in. So he's now officially a fashion boy.
Yeah. He's serving looks. He's stunting pretty.
Yeah. How are you feeling in it, Tom?
Good. I don't like the way I look, but I'm comfortable in it. It's very
Are
comfortable.
those two separate things?
Yeah. I think so. Aren't they? Yeah.
What?
What, you don't like how you look, but you feel comfortable?
Yeah, it's warm, and fluffy.
It's the same thing as, when you've been sitting on a couch for so long that it starts to be uncomfortable, but you're too lazy to stand up and move.
Yeah.
It's the same feeling.
Yeah.
I think it looks good on you. Definitely the beanie.
I just think I've never met anyone who looks like how I look now and got along with them.
Well, for anyone listening,
You got road rage vibes.
yeah. For anyone listening, Tom's wearing a bright orange beanie, a bright orange work shirt, and Maggie's reflective ski glasses.
It's totally fucking with me because it's a one-way mirror. So I have no idea where he's looking.
You can't see where he's looking. But if you're listening to this and you look down and you're wearing the exact same outfit right now, get in touch.
Yeah, I'd love to hear if any tradies are into this. And good
Teach Tom about the world, let him find his people.
Yeah.
I heard that the people who do the stop signs, usually women, their pay is extraordinary. I was sat next to someone who did it at a wedding recently, and she was getting paid more than me in my full-time job.
What the fuck? Was she a hot Irish lady?
They're
always hot Irish
She was a hot Canadian lady.
Yeah. Hot Commonwealth workers.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know if Ireland considers themselves part of the... That's very political of me.
No,
but,
Northern Ireland.
Is that part of the Commonwealth?
Yeah.
But then the Republic of Ireland's not part of the Commonwealth?
No.
Okay.
Oh,
Good,
God.
good,
We
good.
don't want to... Don't turn
That's what I'm saying. I don't want to get political. I don't want to get political.
That's
I'm
more
just saying they're
geographical
hot
than
and they're
political.
Irish, usually.
Yeah, they're very
Is that
good looking.
racist?
Well, apparently you just have all the gear and you just get a call. It's like doing that fill-in kind of hospitality work, but with roads. And you just get a call in the morning saying, we need you, this. And it's something like, $80 an hour.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, fuck yeah.
Why aren't
Bit of
we all-
nature.
Why are we
Yeah.
doing? And so she just works half a day, and that's the same amount as people getting full-time gigs.
Stunning.
I don't know what full-time gigs get. I have no idea what that reference to.
I was on TikTok and scrolling through my For You page, and there was a live. You know how sometimes in TikTok scrolls there's live broadcasts that come up, and one of them was just a chick doing the stop sign work, but she was on live and just being hey to everyone in Brazil, hey, and then she'd get the whoop, whoop, truck coming through, and she'd be like, hold up a sec, and then she'd turn the sign. And then turn it back and be like, yeah, so my favorite color is green. And I was like, this is amazing. If this is your brand, fuck yeah.
I used to work with a radio presenter who refused to talk to anyone in the office before the show started to preserve her voice.
Right.
Really? Yeah.
I reckon it was just me. I reckon she was talking to everyone else. And I want to pull that stunt. I want to feel like I'm protecting my voice.
I don't know if this is going in, but whatever. But when I did drive, so I'd gone from doing lunch, which was just by myself, 10 till or 11, whatever the fuck it was, 12 till 3. I can't remember. And then I started doing drive with Lewis, and that was 3 till 6. I'd get in at like 10 or whatever and be like, up, up, and a boop, up. Like, what are we doing today? Like, blah, blah. And he was always like keeping it so low energy. And he was always like, we're not doing bits this morning. We saved the bits for the radio.
Yeah.
Wow.
Because like
he can't double bit.
He can't. He could never double bit. Not a criticism, just an observation. But because we started at 4, he's like, well, why would I be doing bits at 10 a.m. when I need to like be like a bop and a boop up at 4?
Wow.
And I never thought about it that way. But that's how you become one of the greats.
You can't double bit. Anyway, going back to the Lollipop ladies, do you know there's a strong distinction between school Lollipop ladies and the hot Irish Lollipop ladies?
Absolutely. One does it for love. One does it for the cash.
Yeah. We had where we used to live a school Lollipop lady, which was like the only way you could cross the big road between a certain time because she hogged the Green Man lights. And her and I got serious beef to the point that I couldn't actually cross the road because she'd speak to me like a child. Was this when
you were in primary school?
No, it was like 4 years ago.
Oh, yeah, okay, yeah. Sorry, fuck that.
She wouldn't let me stand on the gutter. She would be like, get off the gutter, and then she screamed at me, I have jurisdiction, I have rights. And when you do something like that to me, I'm one of those people who just takes it up a notch.
Yeah.
So not only did I stand on the gutter, I brought my husband along to stand on the gutter as well. And this kind of escalated to the point that she wasn't helping us cross the road. And then I think it must have been happening with other people. Like other adults were getting screamed at. Like a few times I rode my bike through. Apparently you're not allowed to do that. You're not allowed to, if they stop, if a Lollipop lady, not hot Irish Lollipop, I'm talking volunteer. If they stop, you're not allowed to, you have to get off your bike to cross the road.
Right.
In their law. Not real, looked it up.
The Lollipop law.
Yeah, and I just used to ride straight through and just get yelled at down the street. And I was at the stage where I'm like, I have to write. I don't know who to write to, but this is stopping me actually crossing the road between 8 and 10 and 3 and 5 every day, which, in my life wasn't a huge issue. But she just wasn't there one day.
Oh.
She was gone.
What do you reckon happened?
I reckon someone who was up to Pussy's bow, as you might say, up to Lollipop's bow, wrote in and went, enough.
Yeah, right.
The community cannot stand this Lollipop lady anymore.
This woman is tearing the community apart.
Ruining everyone's day. We just want to get across the road. Where were we? Are we doing a podcast?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Housewives.
Anyway, so Real Housewives of New York, season 14. We get the first kind of girls' trip of the season. The girls head to the Hamptons to stay at Erin's house. She's prepared a caviar welcome for them, a little snack in the afternoon, which they all hated. Jenna Lyons comes in feeling a bit anxious, a bit awkward because she hasn't been on many girls' trips. And Giselle raises concerns about her love life and, her lack thereof sex life. Is that about it?
Yeah. Going back to one of the notes that I made was Jenna's Mercedes.
Oh, I missed that.
Jenna rolls in this vintage blue, like powder blue sky Mercedes where everyone else is in like a Sprinter van. And that, to me, is fucking cool.
Yeah, it's big dick energy.
Massive dick. And she got there early to the ladies' holiday. They were up at the Hamptons during the winter, which was a problem for them. She got there early because she wanted to get she said the best stuff. So she arrived early at like a party almost. It's like going early to a party and saying, I'm here early. Can I have the best stuff before everyone else arrives? Which is also...
I love that.
I'm loving her. I loved this episode.
Okay.
I was in. Like this last episode, I was not in. I was
the first episode of the season?
Yeah, first episode. Second episode, the interior design of... Was it Erin's house?
Yes.
Yeah, in the Hamptons. Incredible. I want to see Jenna's house.
They did kind of give us a little hint of Jenna's Hampton's house,
which is like a quarter of the size, she said, which is still pretty big.
That's so funny. But also, like, only a real estate agent would be like, this is the square footage of my house. And then Jenna Lyons has to be like, oh, this is the square footage of my house. And they're like, oh, yeah, my house could fit inside your house.
But small and chic, that's what New York's all about.
Exactly.
Erin's giving me massive villain vibes. That's
really?
Totally. Little side comments, like she goes to the front door and they're knocking on the door and she'll say, oh, you're doing a lot of knocking, aren't you? And they're kind of like leaving that in the edit.
Yeah.
And massive villain vibe. I might be wrong.
Interesting.
But I think she's going to be funny bad guy. That's what I think.
So, the thing with Erin, I find, is that she looks so much like Jennifer Aniston. I find it so distracting.
Oh, she does.
And so, like, every time she has, like, any kind of neurotic little tick, I'm like, okay, Rachel from Friends. She's like, oh, I got caviar, but everyone doesn't like it. It's just like, okay. That's not how she talks at all. But in my mind, that's how I'm receiving it.
My whole thing is all like, how'd you get your money? She's a real estate agent. And one of them's like
family, though, right? Her dad's, we met him in the first episode. He seems like they're quite wealthy, the entire family.
Yeah. And
Tom. Tom has not seen any of this.
No.
And we've told him not to watch any of it.
Yeah.
But he just gives us vibes. He's like our hype man.
Yes.
Ignorance
You're
is
like
bliss.
the guy. Yeah, you're like the guy in the Beastie Boys who finishes the
Sentence.
Yay!
With a tag on your cap. Second of all, caviar and Pringles, which is what they tried in the Hamptons, which seemed to be an issue, which I think looked absolutely delicious.
Chic as hell. I'm pretty sure it's in like fucking what's her name, Alison Roman's cookbook or whatever. Like,
oh,
it's
of course, yeah, I've got that.
It's it seemed very New York Times eating coded to me.
Totally, and they all took issue because she put caviar on Pringles. With what I could see is like sour cream or mascarpone or something with it. I think it sounded delicious, and we're talking real caviar, Tom. So like $1,000 a tin, and a big chunk. And these women are just taking it, being like, "Whoa."
I found like the dynamics so weird in this episode.
Yeah,
and I think it's again maybe because they don't know each other very well at this point. But like, you're right in that Erin is kind of giving villain, but I also feel like this is like her villain origin story.
Yeah,
where like really what's happening is she's invited a bunch of women over to her house for the weekend, and from the get-go they're complaining.
Yeah.
They're complaining about her fucking giving them caviar and the way she chooses to serve it. They later go to a restaurant where they're quite rude to like the staff.
Yeah,
and
totally.
it's her favorite restaurant. And then they come back and bitch out like the free lingerie. Well, Giselle bitches out the free lingerie that she's been given by Jenna Lyons, and it's just like
it's really nice stuff.
Yeah, and it's also like Jenna Lyons just picked out an outfit for you. Like, even if you don't like it, just be a little grateful.
Oh, 100%. It's like what they're doing is these women are unbelievably grating. And one of those things would have just made me just go, you're out. Yeah. But what they're doing is they're making them seem comical and Erin seem unfairly pissed off. Yeah. When in reality, if you just been worn down by kind of moronic behaviour. Like they were on the drive to the Hamptons and this woman was having them at her house and they called ahead and she would have spent thousands on a caviar bar, which is like,
and had
like
people
we said,
serving or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they said we don't eat caviar, so they stopped at a shop called Provisions, which is like a fancy Woolworths, which was mean. That's a really mean thing to do. If you did that to me, Tom, and you're coming to my Hamptons house, and I'd put out a caviar bar for you and Elle, and you called me halfway through the trip, said don't eat caviar, so we're stopping at Woolies.
Yeah.
I would be pissed off from the start as well.
Sure.
I would say don't come.
Yeah.
I'll eat $1,000 worth of caviar by myself.
Oh,
Invite
100%.
other people. I also think like you're so right that it's probably her villain origin story because it kind of feels like white anting or like death by 1,000 cuts by either the producers or the other girls. In that these shows need confrontation, right, to like survive. And Erin, I think, obviously doesn't want to be the person that's like, hey, get the fuck out of my house. You're being really rude. So they're just coming at her like at just chipping away.
Oh, totally. And, last episodes felt like set up weird conflict. This episode feels like it's stuck. Like, remember how I kept saying it needs to get real? The wheels are turning on genuinely someone like getting pissed off.
Yeah.
And it's reflecting. Where the first one, they're like, we had an issue. No. That's not how this game works.
Yeah.
We have to build on things, like not showing up, not eating at the caviar party, not liking the lingerie, embarrassing them at a restaurant, and they suppress and they suppress and they suppress.
Yeah.
And then they get comfortable with the cameras around, and that's when it all happens.
Yeah.
And that is good TV. So it's the first level before the FBI level. So that's good TV. We've just got to wait for the FBI crackdown on one of them. Something's got to happen.
Yeah, this is my problem as well, is that I'm watching, at the same time that I'm watching the first season of this rebooted New York, I'm also watching the first season of Salt Lake. And just to compare, like, I think, like, the first season of Salt Lake, even before Jen Shah gets arrested, is insane. Like, it's so off its head, and there's so many dynamics at play. Because, Tom, like, Salt Lake City, it's like obviously like a Mormon city, and a lot of the women in Salt Lake City Housewives are Mormons, and so the whole kind of theme of the show is Mormonism demands perfection of its like followers, and so it's all these women trying to perform perfectionism while also trying to be like girl bosses, but also keep it real.
Yeah.
And so, yeah.
I
Ultimately
heard a rumor.
culminating that in one of them getting arrested by the FBI for a telemarketing scam that targets the elderly.
I'll send you the clips, Tom. It's great.
It's amazing.
There is a strong rumor that Mary's coming back.
Who?
Mary.
Oh my God.
So Mary is Mary married her grandfather.
Step-grandfather.
Step-grandfather.
Okay.
So her grandmother's husband, when her grandmother died, they run what seems like quite a crazy church that's not Mormon.
Pentecostal. or
Pentecostal,
something.
yeah.
right,
She's
yeah,
like the
yeah.
leader of it.
Yeah.
And when her grandmother died, she passed on, who was the leader of that church, passed on not only the church, but said basically you can have the church if you marry my husband.
Yeah.
So she married her step-grandfather.
Wow.
And
And
they have
inherited houses and cars and like a massive wardrobe full of fashionable clothes and things like that.
like couture. Somehow this Pentecostal leader of a church is walking around in Dior couture. And now couture, okay. So you got the, off the rack, high end stuff that you can go into buy in the store. Couture is when you go to the runway shows
Right.
and they make it specifically for you. So we're talking
Yeah.
like $20,000 to $40,000 outfits.
Yeah.
That's what this Pentecostal leader is wearing, which doesn't make any sense. And everyone was kind of cottoning onto it. And then she left because I think there was going to be a bit of an
a
expose.
confrontation.
Right.
Yeah.
But so you go from this like perfect first season where it's just like from the get-go, really interesting characters. One of the women's been like shunned from the Mormon church because she had an affair with her boss who's 18 years older. And so they both
God.
left their marriages to be with each other. And she was exiled from the Mormon church. You have another woman who is Mormon but runs a tequila brand but says she doesn't drink.
Yeah.
You have Jen
Wow.
Shah.
She used to be
who-
Jewish. She's like a Jewish New
Yeah.
Yorker who's now a Mormon running a tequila brand. It's such a good box of things to be a character.
And then
I love it.
Jen Shah's a Muslim, but she has a drinking problem. And she left the Mormon church because she married a black man. And she was like, well, black people weren't allowed in the Mormon church until the 70s. So, like, why would I be a part of this? And also she has, like, this kind of cultural trauma because she's, like, Tongan, Hawaiian Chinese, but grew up in a very white town, like Salt Lake City. And then you have another woman who, like, married into, like, Mormon royalty, but then he divorced her. But because she's a Mormon, she personally doesn't find it comfortable to look for love again. But then she talks a lot about how she was never in love with this person. She just married him because she was young and Mormon and it seemed like the right. So it's like really interesting. And there's all these like insane kind of dynamics playing out and all this like inherited trauma from each of like religious trauma, I guess. And then we get to New York where it's just like women being like, caviar on chips.
That's what I was exactly saying last episode of the podcast. It's like, what is this?
Yeah.
Like,
What is this season about?
It's performative.
Yeah.
It's not real. And it's going to be really interesting to see if this works or it's going to be another like Dallas. Miami's not like that. Miami's great. So Miami was on for 2 to 3 seasons about 10 years ago, 7 or 8 years ago. And then they rebooted it. And they kind of kept majority of the original cast. And one is Larsa Pippen, who is the ex-wife of Scottie Pippen from Chicago Bulls, which we all know and follow.
Of course.
Who is now dating or was dating Michael Jordan's son.
So she's Scottie Pippen's ex-wife of like 20 years is now dating Michael Jordan's son.
Right. I was semi-aware of this, but I thought it was Scottie Pippen's... I thought it was one of Scottie Pippen's kids who was dating Michael Jordan's kids.
No,
it's his wife.
So
That's
she was
so
around
full
when
on.
he was like, maybe we're thinking family Bob. I'm not pointing fingers in it. Like, it's fine now.
No, someone literally did a TikTok and was like, this is when Larsa Pippen and Scottie Pippen got born. This is when Scottie Pippen and Larsa Pippen were married. He was playing on the Chicago Bulls with Michael Jordan at the time. Then I think someone tracked the timeline. Like, then this kid was born maybe 4 years later. So she would have known this kid as a baby.
Yeah, traveling. Like
And
I
that
said,
kind of
I don't know
thing.
why I keep saying barbecues. Is there basketball barbecues?
Sure.
Sure.
Why not?
Yeah.
Cookouts.
Anyway,
I don't know.
It's on the show. And
That's grooming to a new level, isn't it?
well, not pointing any fingers at Larsa, but it's an interesting
You
dynamic.
can say that, Tom.
You go for it. But yeah, Miami's fun, and there's been a big clang divorce that's just happened. That was during the shoot between what's her name? We'll do Tom's voice here. Between
Lisa Hochstein.
and her husband, who is who was the plastic surgery king of breast enhancements in Miami, and he's just kicked her out of their mansion. So in a long divorce, and it's a great series, and it's really, really good. The season before last of it, because there's what I would say the most, it's not good, but it's interesting, the most physical catfight that you'll see on Real Housewives. And it's between Joanna Krupa and another cast member, Adriana, during a lingerie party that happens at the mansion of the breast king. That's there to raise money for, I think, breast cancer, but it's just... And Joe Francis is there. He's the one that causes it. Joe Francis, I don't know if you know, he's behind the...
Girls Gone Wild?
Girls Gone Wild.
Why do I know that?
Yeah. So he basically shows up...
Oh, yeah, Joe Francis from Girls Gone Wild. Yeah.
Shows up to this party. They're all coked out of their head, allegedly, and big pupils. They're running around in lingerie. Someone pulls out a broom. Like, it's just incredible TV. And it didn't continue on after that, but they've rebooted similar to this. And I think they've done 2 seasons since then. But if you want to watch some classic Housewives do a deep cut, go old school Miami. It's great. And the lack of self-awareness is really good too. But just getting back to New York, just one more thing. Can we talk about Jenna's comment about how you can't wear Balenciaga and
Loved it.
I love that so much.
So she called out the fashion publicist for wearing 2 different logos, like designer logos. She's like, you can't wear Balenciaga. And was it Fendi? I can't remember what.
Alexander Wang.
Alexander Wang. She's like, you can't wear Balenciaga and Alexander Wang.
You can't put she had a coat with Balenciaga on the back, and she was going to have a bag with Alexander Wang on it.
She's
Or
like,
the
you
other way
can't do
around.
that.
And you can't do it. Oh my God, it was the chicest thing I've ever heard. She's like,
again,
she just comes over to her and she goes, no,
No, you can't do that.
you can't. And the woman just took it. And it makes, what's her name?
I mean,
again?
what can you do? Are you going to fight Jenna Lyons? Like, you can't be like, you know what? Jenna Lyons, you're wrong. I'm going to wear my... Because, like, piercing over logos would be the least chic thing you can do.
Yeah.
Maybe this season is about chicness.
I love that.
It's about, like... It's about the proximity to being cool.
Like real
Because
fashion. Yeah.
Yeah, because I feel like in Beverly Hills, that would be fine. It wouldn't even be a conversation.
No.
But, like, with this, I think it's maybe about authenticity this season.
Okay. So on your point that with the going back to the brand names, then we saw at the end of the episode Giselle take real issue with the gift of lingerie from Jenna. Now, I think she looked fine. I think she looked great. It's beautiful lingerie. I have a thing that she was pissed off that Jenna called her out on her fashion and has come back and been like, I'm just going to lay into you about your gift.
Yeah.
Because you embarrassed me.
Yeah.
Slightly. That's what I think it is.
Yeah, and I reckon you're right because Giselle's business is being a fashion publicist, right?
Yeah.
And getting called out on camera for your fashion victim status fucks with her business. And so her calling Jenna Lyons out on the gift that she gave her, despite the fact that a scene earlier, Giselle was talking about how she didn't feel comfortable in sexy lingerie because of like the way she felt about her body. She doesn't like, too skimpy outfits. So Jenna Lyons, I think, read the brief on that and picked out an outfit for her, which getting the feedback she did, like, made sense.
Don't put it on.
Yeah, but I think she's fucking with Jenna's business then because she just got humiliated. I think you're so right.
Yeah. I love it.
I love it. Now that I think it's about authenticity, I think it's going to, like, make for some really good thing because, again, you're so right. It's really performative at the moment. And so when it implodes, I think it's going to be really, really, really interesting. The other thing I wanted to talk about was Jenna Lyons talking about – this is just a Jenna Lyons fan podcast now.
Totally.
But
I love
Jenna
so
Lyons
far.
talking about being outed by the New York Post.
Really interesting, wasn't it? She basically, I think, it was one of the most authentic stories that's been on that entire franchise.
Totally. I think this is why she's so great and such a great foil for the women is because she's been through it. Like, she's really been vulnerable in a public space. So it's like, what can you really do to this woman that hasn't already been done to her?
Oh, exactly. And that's why I feel like she's sinking in, having fun, is comfortable. But the others feel like they're really stepping it up.
Yeah.
Because they've got, like, she's got nothing to, like, she might have things to hide. But she was outed by the press. While she was the head of J. Crew, this huge company as well, didn't really get an option. And she just left her husband and hadn't told her family.
And she'd only been with this new person for like 3 weeks.
Yeah.
So it wasn't really officially a relationship and she had to like come out to her kid and stuff like that. But I think that's why it's so... I just burped. I'm so sorry. That's me being authentic. That's me being real. I'm unfuckwithable. But I think that's why, like, yeah, God, I hope the artifice, like, meets the honesty.
Yeah.
And it implodes. And I think that's so right. It's like with Erin, right? Like, she's trying to keep up this appearance of, like, I'm a gracious host and, oh, it's fine to me that you don't like this stuff. Like, and, like, having these little snipey moments. And and Giselle, being questioned about her marriage and the lack of sex and how she feels about her body and then trying to, like, regain control of that by being like, no, this looks awful on me. I can't believe you did this to me. And on the flip side, I would say, like, maybe Uber, like, at first comes off as quite charming because, like, she's kind of bubbly and fun and kooky. But then there is kind of something deeply fucked up about going into a restaurant and stealing coconut milk and being quite, like, flagrant about it.
I thought that was weird.
Yeah. Like, and, like...
So trying to be kooky.
Yeah.
So
and I wonder
doing,
if it's, like...
I like her vibe. She seems really positive, like you said last time. Uber.
Totally. But is that a performance as well? Like, is that... You know what I mean? Is it masking maybe kind of something else that's a bit mean? I don't know. Just, like, watching that, I was like, is this her trying to perform as being fun, or is it like her, I don't know, or is that who she truly is? You know what I mean? I don't trust any of these women at the moment except for Jenna Lyons, who's mother, god, queen.
Yeah, queen. Stan. My favorite dynamic in New York was in the last series was when Carol Radziwill, I think that's how you pronounce it, joined. And she is an author, and she was like a Peabody winning producer from ABC. Like she had just phenomenal career. And then she married the son of Lee Radziwill. Apologies if I'm saying that wrong, who is the sister of Jackie O. So she was part of the Kennedys. Like she's incredible. She's so funny. And for some reason she decided to do the show. And she brought like this, like to the insanity, she brought this really grounded, real voice. She was kind of like the narrator. And I feel like since then, I might have done it before, but most franchises install a narrator. And with this one, potentially, I can see Jenna Lyons being the narrator of this
Main
new
character.
reboot. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's so sad. And, you know, if over in Salt Lake City, it's Heather, you know, the slight voice of reason who can narrate that you can relate to and be like, oh, I relate to Heather because she's actually clocking how like absolutely bizarre what's going on instead of joining in on it.
And in Beverly Hills, I'd say that's Kyle.
Yeah, Kyle.
Or I don't know about currently, but for the majority of the seasons, it's been Kyle.
Yeah, yeah, totally. I think it's been Kyle, and you can go around all of it. Trying to think. I think Giselle in Potomac would be it. You know,
yes,
pointing out just how absurd stuff is, and that's when the viewer can go, oh, you know, I can relate to this person. They're seeing slight reality, and they're also seeing how stupid things are and pointing it out in not a mean way as well. They're not really mean. Like Bethany was it for a while.
Do we think it's Giselle? Do we think it's Wendy in Potomac?
Oh, I think Wendy's absolutely off her rocker.
Really? I find her the most grounded one.
Giselle's a shit stirrer. She's not grounded, but she's like funny. She'll just be like, what is going on here? I think Wendy's got all sorts of stuff going on.
What do you think the original series of Real Housewives of New York was about? Like, if this new one is about authenticity, what do you think the new one's about? Or the old ones were about?
Affluence, 100%. It was unreachable, and it
like
was tapping into society that you'd never seen the other side of. It was the Upper East Side society that was really closed, and they managed to find some women, not everyone in the original. But like Sonia, Ramona, like the originals were, it was really interesting because I think it would have been like 2010, 11 when it came out. You just didn't have that access, and they would go to the restaurants that you couldn't get a seat at. They would go to the parties you'd never be invited at. They had like the apartments, you know, Upper East Side penthouse style apartments. They were in with society. It was all about the very bubble that was there that they were trying to burst. And then these women just became incredibly famous. I mean, Countess Luann, that is such a good story.
Oh, I love her.
And she's brilliant. And her character arc, how it's changed over the years. Oh my God, I don't think I packed keys. No, I did. I drove here. Hey, Jen.
Yeah.
We're doing a new segment. This is something new. And it's called Throwing Headlines.
Love it.
Where we tap into the housewife headlines, give it our spin, expand on things, you know.
Should I do my ABC newsreader voice?
Please.
Just gotta find it. Hold on.
Where is it?
It's in here. My heart. Bethany Frankel. Was that good? I can't tell.
That was good.
Yeah.
That was very good.
It's the pause before it was so long that it gave me a fright.
Yeah, sorry. I don't think I can find it. I thought maybe because I'm a bit like nasally today, apologies to people listening because I'm coming back from a cold. I thought maybe I could. Bethany Frankel has decided, but I'm not finding it. Anyway, but Something really interesting that's popped up on social media, specifically Bethany Frankel's social media, is that she is pitching to unionize reality TV talent, which I think is so interesting. I mean, we're fucked if she does. Well, no, we're not fucked. But if they go... So basically what she's pitching is that reality TV talent from all our favourite shows go on strike and unionize, because she says, like the people on strike for the SAG-AFTRA strike, the writers' strike, that reality TV talent don't see any residuals from any of the shows they're in. And I'm wondering how we feel about this. I've never worked in reality TV. I know people who have. So I don't know much about how much is actually scripted, even though they say it's unscripted. I don't know how much producing and scriptedness there is, as opposed to, how much of it is created by the talent themselves. But I will say, on paper, I'm like, yeah, you guys should get residuals. If you're performing in a show, I think you should get residuals. But I think people have a problem with it, specifically because it's Bethany Frankel that's bringing it to the table.
I think she's just saying it because she's now not on anything as well.
Right.
I reckon, no, I'm all for residuals. But it'd be interesting to see what they do, because a majority of it, I would say that like the Bravo and the, talking Housewives specifically, I'm not talking Love Island extras. Like, it'd be interesting to see a contract when it comes to business launching, because from what I understand is that if you launch a business, Bravo gets a cut forevermore.
Yeah.
If you launch it on the show.
Right.
Yeah. So it's always good to go in.
And it's a
with
lot of the reason why
business.
people go on the shows is to use it as a marketing for business or for their personal brand or whatever.
And it was done, that deal, from my understanding, was done because of Bethany Frankel's Skinny Girl empire. So basically because she was a nothing, they thought, she's just going to be kind of a side character. That was the clause she saw in her contract and said, look, I'm not planning on really doing anything. I don't know what I'm doing. So I'll take less money as if you take this clause out. And obviously Bravo went, well, we can't see, she's got a cupcake line or something. It's not going to impact us too much. And we get to pay her less. Wrong. She ended up making a premix cocktail empire and sold it for something like $80 million.
Jeepers.
So they missed out on a huge amount of money. And from evermore, that clause was enforced. So it's actually quite rare that they launch a business on the show these days, I think, because of that. The women are quite smart. It's always like, oh, we're updating a business, or it's a new branch of the business. Like, I think Rinna did her rosé. That was kind of new on the show.
And Lisa Rinna Beauty.
And Rinna Beauty. So, yeah, but I think she's quite clever because she's got all those HSN. Is it HSN, the Home Shopping Network?
Oh,
contracts and stuff. But it'll be interesting how that, if they're like, oh, you can, like what, how much of a contract do we help you, and then we're going to give you residuals as well. Be interesting.
I also think it's interesting too, because like the golden age of reality TV largely came up because of the writer's strikes in, was it 2007? That's why like a lot of reality TV became so prominent, because it was cheap to make and they didn't have to pay people. So I don't know. I also just think like, people, I think it makes sense to unionize. We're always going to be with unions, but I think, people don't like it because it's Bethany saying it. And maybe she is reaching for relevance, but I also think like may as well reach relevance through something that makes people's lives better. But then also if they strike, that means we can't do this podcast anymore.
Exactly. No, it's a good update. And we'll, if anything else changes next week, it'll be interesting. I don't know if there's been an Andy response to it.
I haven't seen anything. It's only kind of really popped up. We're recording this on Tuesday.
Yeah.
So it's only in the last 24 hours that we've seen anything. But we'll keep you updated with the throwing headlines.
Yeah, throwing headlines.
Jen Fricker. Throwing drinks news.
I love
Is
it.
that getting any better? No.
I don't know.
You're being so polite and I appreciate it.
I've got something I want to try.
Yeah.
It is also a new segment. It's called She Def Wrote That. And I've been doing a deep dive into Housewives, not biographies, novels. The novels.
Novels? Fiction.
Fiction. They have written many fiction books that have floated and then sunk to the bottom of Amazon. And I have found one that I will be really interested, Jen, to see if you can pick the author of this novel.
Will I know this author, do you think?
Yes.
Okay.
Absolutely.
And can I ask some context questions before we go in? Self-published or with a publisher?
Publisher.
Wow, okay.
Yeah.
So like a main franchise person.
Yeah.
All right, hit me with it.
All right, Tom.
Okay.
Just do the first paragraph from chapter 1.
Okay.
Maybe we can get some like fancy music underneath this.
Yeah,
Done.
Definitely something romantic.
Sure. Chapter 1. I really wasn't all that upset when Marcy Blanchard was murdered, but that was before I knew I'd become the prime suspect. Any ideas, Jen?
That's it? That's all I get?
Yeah.
Marcy
you
Blanchard.
You get 3 guesses.
And it's a main cast member. It's not a friend of.
It's a main cast member.
Okay, because I was going to say, is it the, what do they call it? Faye Resnick?
No, it's not Fraser Resnick. No,
Yeah.
that's a friend of.
You want the next paragraph?
Yes, please.
The MBN, Media Broadcasting Network building, isn't just any building, it's monolithic. A huge, sprawling metropolis of stages, executive offices, commissary, coffee bar, wardrobe departments, and special effects buildings. You can even get a car wash in the parking lot. All of this surrounded by a battalion of huge satellite dishes, sentries guarding the bastion of television, can be intimidating if you're new here.
Is it an Australian housewife?
No.
No. You know what? I got confused because I know you said fiction and then I immediately thought it was memoir again.
No,
I was like,
it's
which one of
fiction.
them was accused of murder?
It's fiction. All right, one last guess.
Okay. Can I get any more?
You want me to read another paragraph?
Just one more.
Okay.
Yeah.
NBN has been around since the 40s and is responsible for some of broadcasting's biggest hits, first in radio and then television. It started airing The Yearning Tide way back in the early 60s.
Is it Rinna?
No.
Oh. Okay, tell me who it was.
Eileen Davis.
Oh, because I thought it was one of the fucking daytime girlies.
Yep, it's the first in a soap opera mystery called Death in Daytime, rated 3.65 on Goodreads.
That's not bad for Goodreads.
Yeah, she's bold. She's
3.65.
beautiful. She's about to go to jail for murder. Soap opera actress Alexis Peterson has starred in the nation's top soap opera for more than 20 years. But her career takes a nosedive when Marcy Blanchard is hired as a head writer. Little did Alexis realise that Marcy's been holding a grudge all these years and is ready to take revenge.
Wow. Okay. Better than I thought, honestly.
Well, it's interesting because I was reading the reviews and they were quite positive, but there was a couple saying, I really enjoyed it, but it got really transphobic towards the end. It's like 3 people. I want to know how that happens. Like, honestly, I don't know what twist Death in Daytime has, but, you know, it gets political or it's really funny. It's like, oh, I really enjoy it, but I was let down by the transphobic notions at the end of it.
Eileen.
I know Eileen. I'm a big fan of Eileen from Real Housewives of Beverly Hills.
Isn't that the classic story of being a fan on any one of any franchises though? It's like, oh, I love them. They're great. And then that you just scratch one layer off and you're like, shit.
Yeah, and you're like, oh no, we don't want to find out. But the segment is called She Def Wrote That because, yeah, she def wrote that, you know. Yeah, she definitely wrote that.
I think she did.
Yeah.
I mean, you write what you know.
So
And what she knows is the soaps.
Isn't she-
I like that
she's
she
on-
called it NBN as well. Because I'm guessing it's NBC?
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah. Lovely. I'm glad Did you enjoy that, Tom? You're gonna
So
you're gonna
great.
buy it?
Yeah.
Great.
Did you get an insight into the world of Housewives?
No.
Okay, good.
But we'll get there.
He's getting there. That's all right.
All right.
You look great.
You look fantastic.
You
And
look
that's
so
all that matters.
good.
Yeah.
What's that sound? We've got next week's podcast guest at the door already. I wonder who it could be.
Introduce yourself, podcast guest.
I'm not stupid, but I am a dumb cunt. Who could I be? Who is me?
Oh, he sounds keen.
Sounds bad.
I wonder if you can pick the voice. Can you pick the voice, Jen?
Yeah, excited for next week. Excited for our fun guest joining us. But we also want to get deep on these episodes. You know, we are recapping Real Housewives of New York season 14, but Maggie is a Housewives expert. So if you want her to go deep, too deep even, on any specific moment from Housewives histories, leave us a review and include it in your review, and we'll do it. We check them all the time. All the time we're checking the reviews. All the time.
Hitting a refresh. Come on, pump it past 3.7.
Come on. But yeah, leave it in the reviews. It really helps us as well. If you share the podcast, leave a review, and tell us in the podcast reviews what area of Housewives history you want to go into.
Or DM us as well. Love a DM or a comment. We got our socials going, so we'll be putting up things we talked about, references and stuff like that up on our Instagram page. And you can see clips from the show on Instagram and a TikTok.
Until next week, my babies. See ya.
See ya. Thanks, Tom.
Thanks,
Thanks, Tom.